Oh, good evening, YouTube. Welcome to this week's Wednesday Waffle. As you can see, I'm sat in a slightly different place. 2 seconds. Just took my rings off there because I had sweaty fingers. So this is, of course, the point in the week when I tell you all about what's been going on in Lockwood Premium British Smocks. And I do, as always, stream live onto Instagram and TikTok. So I'm going to head down and talk to them two right now. Good evening all, good evening all, good evening all. I hope you are all well. It is, of course, the eve of us playing Argentina in a couple of hours' time, so I'm just here a little bit early. Hey up, Mike, now then, John, Matt, how the devil, Adam, Hodgie, oi, my footy shirts, TJ, Emma, how the devil, good evening all over here on TikTok. As always, feel free to drop any messages, questions, and I will answer them as best as I can. So today, me and Mike went down to meet meet a Falklands War veteran. There's a guy called Phil. He was with 2 Para. If you want to hear about what he did or what 2 Para did, there's some documentaries on YouTube, and soon, once we've changed the YouTube channel to Lockwood Clothing and just made sure that he's absolutely happy with it, we're going to share the whole conversation with him as a long format sit down on YouTube. It's really good. And I kind of like, unbeknowingly, if I'd have known that we could have had Argentina in the stages, excuse me, in the knockout stages, or well, what is it, like the quarterfinal, semi-final, I might not have organised it for the same day. Whether it is a good omen. What is Lockwood Smocks? Yeah, exactly. What is it? I don't know. My cat's just walked in. Even he's questioning it. Did the Battlefield tour at Goose Green? It was epic. Yeah, it's wild, isn't it, out there? It really is. But yeah, so we're transitioned now, as you may well see, to Lockwood Clothing. Tommy boy, indeed. And but yeah, no, it was really good. You know, and I think it's important that we, do that video tastefully. But basically, while we were down there, he messaged saying, "Oh, would you like a proper Falklands? Does a Falklands vet get a discount?" And I says, "Flipping heck, I mean, yes, absolutely, but he was asking about the size, and I says, well, I'll come down and bloody meet you if you want. We'll size you up for one." So that's exactly what we did. And then we did some shooting for the Harlequin Polo tops, which we've now since done a reorder, a restock. So they should land, if I have my wicked way, in about 2-3 weeks' time, maybe. Excuse me, not entirely sure. But so that's that. And then what is really, if we start back, because it is the Wednesday Waffle, we should be talking about everything that's gone on in the week, not just today. So you may well notice, let me just see if we can get this right, I've now wearing a wedding ring. So the weekend, number 44 on the Wednesday Waffle. Yeah, baby. It's not a wig. No, it is not. It is real. I swear down. Why do all the best comments come on TikTok? the anonymous side. But yeah, so me and Ruth got married this weekend. Ruth changed to Ruth Lockwood, and Lockwood Smocks turned to Lockwood Clothing. The Harlequin launched. So basically Thursday we drove home. Drove home back to Suffolk. I say home, where we were both brought up for the most part. And I messaged my manufacturer of these to give him one last little bit of harassment before turning my phone off for the weekend. And he says, "Mate, they got delivered on Thursday." I was like, "Oh, okay." So this was like Friday mid-morning. So I got hold of our marketing people, and they do she handles sort of the website editing and stuff like that. Hello, mate. Currently sitting in the combine watching the waffle. Oi, oi, Neil. That is flipping brilliant. I left the army about 14 days ago, Nath, mate. So in, you know, less than 24 hours notice, Harlequin, number 5, baby. That's what we like to see. And come on, England, let's set the barbecue because we are cooking Argentina for tea. So as Ruth was walking down the aisle, these polo tops launched, and flipping heck, I think we sold over half, just over half. Haircut, our guys show parade 2200. Flipping heck. Was you in tanks till the end? Yes, I was in the anti-tanks, mate. Was you in One Yorks? No, I was in the Coldstream Guards, hence the logo. And so we sold just over half by the time the service had finished, which was insane. Extra large is sold out. I then immediately had to order a restock on a Monday morning. Thought it was Paul Merson for a minute. So that was that. We obviously not a great deal happened other than having an argument with the guy. Must have been my wonderful photo taken of the polos. It's you, Charlotte. How you doing? That certainly helped with the hype for getting people onto the mailing list, that is for sure. And I did, as you all well know, I'm writing my letter to His Majesty and Princess Anne, and I invited them both to the wedding, and they didn't turn up, which was odd. I was surprised by that, but hey-ho, it's, you know, they must have had someone else's wedding on or something. That can be the only reason they didn't turn up. So that was that. The King and Princess Anne didn't come to the wedding, but me and Ruth had a flipping fantastic time. It was really bloody nice. And for once, that's the first wedding I've gone to, and there hasn't been any drama at all whatsoever. Although by the time the match was on, I stood there looking at the screen like this, one eye open. I still couldn't see the ball. But I genuinely, until that point, I didn't actually think I was that drunk. So, that came as much as a surprise to me as it was not a surprise to everybody else. Have you ever been self-conscious about your looks? No, I haven't, Maverick, but that is such a lovely comment. Who was in charge of tanks when you left? Daryl Tennant Turner. Charlotte is such an attention hog. Now I know who that is. Hey, little Liz. How you doing? I did actually manage to get some shopping done, but James and Charlotte are arguing in the TikTok comments. You should drop over there and have a look. So it was such a bloody lovely little time. The day out, so we stayed an extra day in the hotel, and we actually got noticed by a random couple that were like, they came up to us and were like, "Are you the couple that run that Lockwood company?" I was like, yeah. They were like, "What are you doing round here?" It's like, "Well, we used to live round here. We've just been getting married." So that was pretty cool. So people in our hometown following us that didn't know we were from our hometown. Love your socials, Jacob. Keep on going. Cheers, McDonald, mate. McDonald Plumbing Supply. Hey, up. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Great to see you doing well, mate. Cheers, Nath, mate. That's that Nath store. Yeah, Magic's in charge of the tanks. And then today, yesterday, I did my longest days packing and picking in the new house. Just over 50 items, but I think it was like 48 packages because there was a couple of orders had like 2 items in. And then this morning, before heading down to meet Phil down in Tewkesbury, I dropped into the dropped into the factory, and because all the boiled wool arrived. When's the video coming from the shooting lesson? Yeah, very good question mark, isn't it? Ruth needs to pull her finger out and get it edited together, or rather I need to pull my finger out and get the video edited together, and so she can post it on her video. But yes, it's banked. It's a good bit of content, that. And that'll go on our personal pages. But so for all of you on TikTok, don't know what's going on, there's a gentleman in the comments on Instagram, and those of you on Instagram, you can see he is an instructor for the British Association of Shooting and Conservation, and he gave Ruth her first ever lesson shooting clays. Yeah, damn fairly in charge of the drum, mad how it changes. Yeah, very bloody true. So yeah, Mark gave Ruth her first lesson with a shotgun. I had to stay on the stand, but it's probably a good thing because I was watching the videos and I was a bit like, whoa, go on, little Liz, you handle that shotgun. So at the factory this morning, collected the Mons gilets. So I've just been processing all the rest of the payments and organising the drop for tomorrow. So I'll be in the order processing room tomorrow morning, getting all them done, getting all the Harlequins that sold today out to all arrive for Friday. And yeah, so, you know, all in all, a very, very bloody good week, to be honest. Oh, the Brad Staines podcast, working on it, also came out today. I make a public declaration on that, which I've not said publicly before. That you getting some practice with the clays, need another day at some point, brother. No, I didn't actually have a go, you and mate, because I was having to stay on the stand. Belated congratulations on the wedding. Cheers, Andy. And I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, no, at the factory, it was bloody amazing. Seeing all the boiled wool arrive on a pallet, a bloody 8 foot tall, that was, I think it's like 600 kilos or something like that. It is mental. Yeah, and like with the plastic wrap on it with the company name written in big black letters, I was like, that's us. That is us. That's us. So yeah, so we've got a flipping exciting bloody future ahead of us here at Lockwood Clothing. Now Ruth and the company both have the correct name, we can get going. That was it, the Brad Staines podcast, working on it. You'll see it on the stories on both personal and business pages. Like I said, I made a declaration on there of something that I've only said behind closed doors previously, and it's about time it goes public. So anyway, to all of you, Ruth will be home soon. I think there's people probably wanting to get out of the pub. Congratulations, who'd have thought Guardsman Lockwood would do so well for himself? Oh, bloody yeah, baby. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? No, cool. So without any further ado, I will say good night, God bless, and as always, God save the King. Yeah, final notices, looking forward. Sorry. Final notices, looking forward what we've got going on. Next week, we're going to be going for setup at the National Game Fair. Cannot bloody wait for that. It's going to be amazing. Cheers, Carl. Yeah, setting up at the Game Fair. We'll be filming potentially from the Game Fair next week in the stand, seeing how it all looks. And yeah, no, exciting times. Good night, God bless, and as always, God save the King. So thank you, YouTube. We're going to be really starting to professionalise this over the coming months towards the back end of this year. Hopefully getting it set up so we'll stream live, speaking directly to you, linked into Instagram and TikTok. Once we get all the accounts and all the digital cleaning up done. So please do give us a comment, let us know that you're getting frustrated of us not talking to you, and look out for the video coming out out in the next couple of weeks of my chat with Phil. Yeah, it's going to be bloody good. And I tell you what, come on England, baby. Good night. God bless. And as always, God save the King.